I'm Laura Baker, and I'm a cybersecurity business counselor that runs Wyoming's cybersecurity competition for small businesses. I run this for Cyber Wyoming, a nonprofit organization, using the Made Safe in Wyoming program. We don't sell hardware, software, or technology implementation services. We're here to sell you a free service, the competition, that can benefit your business. After this presentation, if you have questions, please contact us at info@cyberwyoming.org. And before you ask, the competition is free because of these amazing companies that care about cybersecurity and your small business. The competition's goal is to help you address the people and processes side of cybersecurity. Most people feel a little in the dark about the subject, or they may not see the light at the end of the tunnel at all. And this is why we feel this way. Many of us have heard scary statistics. Frankly, this quickly becomes overwhelming. Very few small businesses rate their company's cybersecurity efforts as highly effective, and only a few know about and have adopted cybersecurity frameworks. But small businesses are very much affected by cyber crimes. So because we're uncomfortable with the subject of cybersecurity, our lizard brain kicks in and distorts the risks so that we feel we don't have to deal with them. I think many of us say, oh, it won't happen to me, or we just avoid it because we feel generally uncomfortable with tech. And often we don't really know who to trust when we do want to address our tech risks. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. We've worked with one-person retailers, HR directors, office managers, and museum curators. The competition is designed for companies that don't have IT staff and want to create a cyber leader to shed the light on cybersecurity, so to speak. And it works. Most people confessed at the beginning of the competition that they were not at all confident or a little nervous with the subject of cybersecurity. But by the end of the competition, all were on the other side of the spectrum saying they were somewhat confident with the subject. Remember, these were retailers and museum curators. And most people felt pretty alone at the beginning of the competition, with the majority reporting they felt somewhat alone on the topic of cybersecurity. But by the end, all participants felt they had some people or a large network to help them with their cybersecurity efforts. In addition, overall, participants felt they had an improved product or service for their customers or stakeholders. They had created relationships to support their ongoing cybersecurity efforts. They could maintain their cybersecurity program going forward. They'd achieved their security goals, and they felt others would recognize their efforts. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Most of the participants were surprised to realize they actually had fun during the project. So how do you get started? First step in the process is to register for the competition. It starts on February 1st, and you can register now through May. But most companies take about 6 months to complete the project. At this 6-month pace, plan on about 2 hours a week to work on the project if you want to go at a leisurely pace. And also, since we're talking about security, it is important to note that the registration form outlines our commitment to your confidential information. Second step is an initial meeting with us that takes about 30 minutes for introductions, to answer any questions you may have, to administer our initial survey, and to broadly discuss your goals. The third step is the current situation meeting, which takes about 2 hours. We ask you a lot of questions about your company's current cybersecurity situation, and it's okay if you don't know the answer to the questions because we will figure it out together. You're going to feel a little brain dead after this meeting, but it'll be worth it because you're going to get a really good report out of it, which will be the basis for the work for the rest of the competition. Then we meet on your schedule to work the puzzle. You set the schedule every 2 weeks, monthly, or every 6 weeks, whatever your schedule can handle. These meetings can be working meetings. For instance, will you please help me write my password policy, or status meetings? I got XYZ done. What's next? Finally, the judges' reports are written by Cyber Wyoming staff, yet finalized by you to put your company in its best light. They're due in August and are based on 6 categories, with innovation and look how far they've come being the highest points. We don't know who the judges are, but they are recruited from economic development agencies statewide. We also give the final survey, and it's really fun to see your confidence level rise with the topic of cybersecurity. And if you want to use the Made Safe in Wyoming logo to put it next to your cash register, for instance, then you can have your work checked by one of our technology members. The top 3 winners speak at Wyoming Cybersecurity Conference. But everyone gets a press release written about them and submitted to their local newspaper and chamber of commerce. Because truly, everyone is sleeping better at night knowing that they have a strong foothold on managing their security risks. And thanks again to these awesome companies for sponsoring the competition each year. So add us to your team. We are in your corner. You can do this, and we can help you. Start your journey and join Wyoming Cybersecurity Competition for Small Businesses today.